What's up, y'all? It's your boy Tevin Jameer back at it again with another episode of the Hate It or Love It podcast. Now, I just want to say that I am definitely a little bit sick. I am feeling better than I did these past few days, hence why I didn't record this episode sooner. So I'm still going to try to put it out Tuesday or today. I'm recording this on Tuesday, December 3rd. I'm going to try to put this out later in the day. I might not meet the 2 o'clock release schedule that I usually do, but yeah, I felt like, just getting this episode out, especially since I didn't record it before and because I'm trying to get back into being consistent again. But I'm just saying that I'm a little sick. So if my voice sounds different than other episodes, that is why. And another thing I just want to say today, obviously, as you can see in the title, I'm talking about Lil Wayne and Kendrick's situation, my thoughts on that. I just want to clarify this. I know that I've been putting out a lot of episodes recently about the whole Kendrick, Drake, and Lil Wayne thing. And look, this isn't a Lil Wayne, Drake, and Kendrick podcast. This is just a podcast where I like to talk about a lot of different things that I'm interested in, and I like to talk about a lot of topics that I'm interested in. So hopefully this will be the last full episode I dedicate to this topic for a while. I obviously know that updates will happen over time, but I hope that this will be the last episode that I do for a while, because honestly, I'm also tired of talking about it, but I talk about it because I know that's what a lot of people that I know would like to hear out of my podcast. And it's stuff that me and my friends talk about. So it's why not address things that me and my friends talk about? And that's why I'm making this episode, because, this whole Kendrick and Lil Wayne situation seems to be gearing up. And I've been talking about that, with a couple of my friends for the past few weeks. So I just want to give just a quick disclaimer that you guys don't have to worry too much about this, being a big topic on my channel every week. Like I said, for December, I like to just forget about everything else and do end of the year content. So this week, obviously, because it's the first week of December, I like to talk about what's going on. But then in the last 3 weeks of December, I like to talk about music one week, film another week, and then the last week I talk about my overall experience of this year and stuff like that. So yeah, with all that disclaimers out of the way, like I said, I want to talk about this Kendrick and Lil Wayne thing. I want to get as much of my thoughts out as possible, and so that I don't have to focus on it for these next 3 weeks, and I can just, leave this here as my thoughts as of right now. But I guess one more thing I can say real quick, because I've gotten comments, especially over this year, where I'll talk about something topical like a rap beef, and then out of nowhere, something will happen like hours after I release the episode, or even days, like when I used to record episodes early as hell so that I can make it by Tuesday, and then things will happen before the episode released Tuesday, and it's like, damn, like I couldn't speak on that because I recorded the episode early in advance. So I'm just putting it out here now. Everything that I'm saying right now is about events that's going on right now. If Lil Wayne, because there's rumors that Lil Wayne recorded a response to Kendrick. If Lil Wayne drops that response within the hours of me recording, editing, and then releasing this episode, I cannot speak on it. And to be honest, I might not speak on it until next year, because for the rest of this month, I want to focus on end of the year content. So if Lil Wayne records a response, you guys will not hear my thoughts on it until January. I'm going to be real with y'all. So that's all I'm going to say. Now let's actually get into how I feel about this whole thing. So if you guys been subbed to my channel already, then you know how I feel overall about the whole NFL, picking, or NFL, Jay-Z, whoever, picking Kendrick Lamar to be the Super Bowl halftime show. And you already know how I feel about Lil Wayne, how he's going about the situation, about him not being picked and stuff like that. If you guys been following the channel, then you already know how I feel about stuff like that. But how do I feel about the conversation at hand of the possibility of a Kendrick and Lil Wayne rap battle? How do I feel about that? Well, first, Basically, how things are about to get into rap battle territory. Kendrick dropped a new album, GNX, like I think 2 weeks ago now. And in that album, on the first song, Whacked Out Murals, he basically said his thoughts on Lil Wayne, not congratulating him. He basically said, uh, I used to wear my Rolly chain proud or something like that. Irony, my hard work let Lil Wayne down. So basically he's just saying that, like, it's he feels a certain type of way that it seems like Lil Wayne isn't congratulating him for putting in hard work and stuff like that. People was trying to say that it was a diss. It's really not a diss. People just love saying diss because they want to see these two battle. They want to just, start shit. You know how people is, especially in hip hop culture. So Lil Wayne apparently didn't like that. He put out tweets saying that he'll destroy shit. He doesn't like to destroy shit, but he'll destroy shit. If you want to look at the actual tweet, go look it up. I'm just paraphrasing, but yeah, basically he put out a warning after Kendrick said that. And first off, like I said, I didn't see what Kendrick said as a diss. I don't know how anybody could take it as a diss. He wasn't saying anything bad about Lil Wayne. He wasn't being disrespectful. He was just saying that, he's just surprised that, like, the hard work that he put in disappointed Lil Wayne. So I don't see how anybody could take that as a diss. Then with Lil Wayne's response, I'm not gonna lie, dog, like, that just wasn't it. Like, the way that Lil Wayne has been moving since the Super Bowl shit all the way to now, like, the way he's moving is just not it. And, now people are starting to switch up after that tweet. I've seen so many people that was saying that he should have played at the Super Bowl. Now those same people are saying, like, he's acting childish after putting out that tweet. But my thing is, why y'all switching up now? Because this is basically the same, way that he was moving when he was complaining about not getting picked for the Super Bowl. And like I said, man, I'm not going to sit here and explain myself. You guys can watch the old episodes and see how I really feel. Some people may take this as me not liking Lil Wayne. I actually love Lil Wayne's music. Obviously, he's a GOAT. He's like top 5 hip hop artists of all time, in my opinion. And I stand on that. But I'd be also sitting here lying if I said that the way he's moving is not is like, he's not disappointing me with this shit, because he really is disappointing me. Because it's like, I don't know, man. As someone that's a legend in this game, I feel like you need to hold yourself higher to a standard. I feel like there's a certain way you need to move as a legend in this game. And, like, this leads me into why I personally don't want to see a Lil Wayne and Kendrick battle. Everybody else keeps saying that they want to see it. Everybody keeps giving their opinion on who would win, who wouldn't. I'm not here to give my opinion on that, because I don't want to see this battle happening. And the way that Lil Wayne carries himself is part of the reason why I don't want to see this battle happen. The way that Lil Wayne carries himself and the way that Kendrick has always showed love to Lil Wayne is the reason why I don't want to see this shit happen. Kendrick and Drake happening, they're contemporary, they're peers, so that, it is what it is. Like, peers are going to go against each other, especially when you're the top 2 of what y'all do at a certain time. Like, that's cool. But Lil Wayne and Kendrick, to me, that's something more personal, because when people say that Lil Wayne inspired, like, a lot of the new age rappers, like, that's not a fucking joke. That's really not a joke. He bought Drake, Nicki, and Tyga. He gave them a big ass platform, and they went on, but I mean, Tyga arguably, but like Drake and Nicki went on to be some of the biggest artists in hip hop in general. He inspired Kendrick through his lyricism, through his punchline, through his bars. He inspired J. Cole. These new, as they used to be called, mumble rappers, was getting face tats, colored dreads, and, the style, the way that they rap, the way they, the rhyme schemes, the bars. A lot of that shit was inspired by Wayne. And throughout Kendrick's career, Kendrick has done nothing but pay homage to Wayne, remixing songs. Hell, he got a whole mixtape C4 dedicated to Lil Wayne. He also talks a lot about the time about how Lil Wayne was one of the first big artists to give TDE a cosign when he hopped on J Rock's song, I think All My Life or something like that. When Lil Wayne was talking about fucking retiring after the whole Carter 5 situation, Kendrick literally got on Twitter or wherever, he got on camera drunk, crying, begging Wayne not to quit because he inspires so many people behind this shit. So it's like, Lil Wayne, throughout your whole career, nobody has done nothing but give you flowers. Yeah, there's a lot of shit talkers, but there's a lot of people. There's more people that sit here and praise you and talk about all the things that you've done for hip hop and rap culture. So to see you carry yourself like this to one of the main people that got big off the inspiration that you gave him, to see you act like this when he gets a big moment, honestly, in my opinion, him winning is also a win for you too, because he has done nothing but cite you as a big inspiration. And that's why ultimately I don't want to see this battle, because it's almost like seeing like one of the greats of hip hop really challenge one of their children. And that's not me being disrespectful to Kendrick, saying that, like, he's Lil Wayne's son, because obviously Kendrick is his own artist. It's not like he stole it's not like he took everything from Lil Wayne, but you can tell when you listen to Kendrick, you can tell he's heavily inspired by Lil Wayne. Not saying that he copies everything, or not saying that he's like a Lil Wayne clone, but I'm just saying you can see a lot of the inspiration that Lil Wayne gave him. So it's like, why would I want to see that battle? At least that's personally where I'm at. It seems like everybody else is entertaining this, but I can't. And for me, as someone that loves this culture, as someone that loves both Lil Wayne and Kendrick music, someone that grew up listening to both artists, someone that loved these people's albums, one of the things I've always said that I wanted to do when I get my own house is have a vinyl wall of all my favorite albums of all time, like albums I consider masterpieces, and both Lil Wayne and Kendrick albums are going to be up on that wall. So personally for me, I don't want to see this battle, because it's just not going to be a good thing in my eyes. Obviously, if it happens, I am someone of the culture, so I will listen to it. And obviously, like I said earlier in the episode, around January, if something is to happen, I'll give y'all my thoughts. But do I ultimately want to see this battle happen? No, because I just got too much respect for both Wayne and Kendrick. And I mean, at the end of the day, no matter how much somebody inspires you, I guess at the end of the day, if they got a problem with you, then it's only your right as a rapper. Because, I always advocate that, when it comes to rap battles, anything goes, any situation goes. So, well, except for kids and family. I don't like that part. But, if it happens, then it happens. But, even if someone heavily inspires you as a rapper, you got the right to defend, your artistry and stuff like that. So, if Kendrick goes into the battle and, he does what he has to do, then it is what it is. Wayne, if Kendrick, engages in this battle with you and he goes crazy and you have to go crazy back, then it is what it is. So it's like, I'm in a situation where I don't want to see it happen. I really don't want to see it happen. But like I said, I'm a fan of the culture, so I'm going to listen to it. And if things got to go there, then, that's just hip hop. Not saying go there as far as taking it physical. I never want that to happen. But if we're in the battle and shit gets crazy, then, it is what it is. So, yeah, man. Personally, man, don't ask me who I feel like is gonna win the battle, because I've had this conversation with my brother. I had this conversation with some of my friends, and yes, I did give my personal thought on who I thought was gonna win the battle if it was to happen. But I don't really like to say who I feel like is gonna win, because like I said, I just don't want to see it happening. And it's kind of sad that we're in a space now where this might possibly be a thing, because I think it was Joe Budden that put out the rumor that Lil Wayne apparently, tried to get Kendrick on the phone. Kendrick wouldn't answer. So then he went to the studio and made a response. Hey, Wayne, I commend you for keeping it hip hop. Okay, you don't want to talk, then let's talk through the music then. I commend you for keeping it hip hop. But like at the end of the day, I really don't want to see this shit. And and for anybody that's gonna say like, oh, Wayne is moving like this because Drake is his artist and he's gonna defend his artist. Lil Wayne has a history of being cool with people that Drake don't fuck with. So this, in my opinion, don't really have nothing to do with Drake. I feel like whatever's going on with Lil Wayne and Kendrick has more to do with what's personally going on between those two. So, I really hope, man, that things don't escalate, because like I said, I don't want to see this battle happen. I really hope things don't escalate or whatever. I really don't want it to, but it is what it is. And it's not like Kendrick can't bring Lil Wayne out at the Super Bowl. That would be a great thing. That would be a great thing if that was to happen. Like, he brings him out to perform a couple of songs. Lil Wayne still touch that Super Bowl stage. That would be nice. I want to see stuff like that happen, but this actual battle happening, nah, man. But this is hip hop. Like I said, most people are wanting to see this. I'm just in the minority that don't want to see this. So, let me know down below, how did y'all feel about this whole situation? Do you want to see the battle? Like I said, I don't want to answer, but who do you feel like is going to win? Do you feel like I do, to where, do you not want to see this battle? Like, let me know down below on your thoughts on this, because, that's the whole point of this podcast. You might not like what I had to say. I might not like what you had to say. Hate it or love it, but I like to have a conversation. So, yeah, all my hip hop heads, all my people that's fans of Kendrick, Wayne, Drake, tell me what you think of this, because like, like I said, like I've been saying, I don't want to see this happen, but yeah, like I said, this is hopefully the last episode that I'll talk about this stuff for a while. And if something does happen, then you'll get my thoughts about it in January. But for the rest of this year, I want to keep, good vibes. Next week, we're going to start with the music. Next Tuesday, I will go over my Apple Rewind. Literally, they dropped it like a couple of minutes before I even started recording this episode. So we're going to go over my Apple Music Rewind. We're going to talk about, the music that I've been listening to this year. I'll show you all my stats. Truth be told, I'm someone that listens to a lot of like older music opposed to new. Of course, there's newer albums that I listen to. So, of course, I'll give you all my thoughts on newer stuff that I listened to this year. But we're going to go through my stats, whether they're old and young. And, we're going to talk about that. Then the week after that, we're going to rank all the movies that I've seen this year. That's usually like my favorite episode of the year to do, because, I'm a film person. So like ranking the movies that I've seen this year and giving my opinions on it. So I guess this week is the last week for me to like check out any last movies that I want to put in this list, because I don't rank movies from, the biggest releases of the year and stuff like that. I've only ranked the movies that I seen this year. And if I'm just not interested in seeing it, then I'm not going to go see it. So that's something I should have clarified last year, because even one of my friends hit me up and he was like, why didn't you talk about this movie? And I just said, hey, it's nothing towards that movie. I just didn't see it. So yeah. And then the last Tuesday of the year, I put out an episode where I talk about personally me, what I've been through in the year, what do I hope for next year, and stuff like that. So yeah, man, if that's what y'all like, like, comment, subscribe, let me know. And like I said, this whole Kendrick and Lil Wayne thing, let me know how y'all feel about that. And with all that being said, Tevin Jameer signing out. Catch y'all next Tuesday on the music episode.